Hello, dear friends, and welcome to the next horrifying chapter of Random Rhapsodies, Sonnet of Blood. I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and game master for this Curse of Strahd playthrough. And joining me around my virtual table tonight are Brandie, Dyto, Joe, and Marty. Say hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Well done. Now, before we begin, we do have a few announcements to get through, starting with the first of our two sponsors for tonight's show, Hero Forge. Marty?
Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop miniatures with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. Their easy-to-use design tool lets you build your perfect miniature online using a fully 3D in-depth character creator right in your web browser, which is where we built our tokens for this evening's game. You can build your own today at heroforge.com.
Thank you, Marty. Our second sponsor for tonight's show is XSplit. XSplit is a high-quality virtual webcam background remover that works with your already existing webcam. Using this program, you can protect your privacy while you work or play remotely by blurring the background, removing it entirely, or putting your favorite pictures in the background instead. You can download the app today at xsplit.com, and if you use the coupon code RANDOM with a capital R, you can get 10% off of your purchase. You can find our referral link in the chat and show description. This week, our next campaign is tomorrow, Thursday, at 7 p.m. Central. That's the Ropen Tales, Tyranny of Dragons, with our very own Dyto playing in that one. After that, our next show is Monday at 6 p.m. Central, and that one is the Aethertech Wars. That's our Pathfinder 2E campaign, and they're currently in the Nomen Republic facility. They're in Nomengard, and they are, causing a lot of mischief. Even though they're supposed to be just, investigating the area. So, we'll be getting into more of that this Monday.
We don't steal things.
No, you just try to.
Hmm.
A lot.
You have no proof of that.
Don't I, though? Anyway, you can keep up to date on our schedule and everything we do here on the network by following us on Facebook as Random Rhapsody TV, on Twitter as @random_Rhapsody, on Blue Sky as Random Rhapsody, and on TikTok as Random Rhapsody TV. And that's it for our announcements. So join us as we turn to the land of Barovia and continue on with the Conclave Expedition as they attempt to survive. Damn it. A Sonnet of Blood! Ha 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 ha. And we're back. So if you've been watching our campaign for a while, you should know how we do our recaps. I offer up the random Rhapsody coin, which in this campaign is worth a nat 20. If I do the recap, I get that coin, which isn't a good thing at this stage of the game. Because let me tell you, a nat 20 will kill you. So, anyone want to do the recap today?
I will do the recap.
Well, if you insist. In that case, Cog, tell us what happened last time on Sonnet of Blood.
Well, we have been searching Argynvostholt, because Madame Ava's little card game told us there is something important here. Not to mention, Van Richten, bless his soul, was taken from here, so perhaps he was here looking for something as well. Been searching around, haven't found too much that we found significant. There's been some sculptures of people and dragons, and I guess that's kind of cool. But came across 3 revenants, and I have a feeling we're going to see them again because revenants don't really die. I mean, I think your wish spell is probably the only thing that can kill them. So I'm sure we'll never meet them again. Barovia is a pretty big place, right? Right? Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Found the crypt for Argynvost. Seemed like there was some recesses there that could have been some items there, but they either weren't there or we don't know how to get to them. So we're looking around. Urzak found the bathroom, wanted to take a bath, asked Cog to come in and help him, and we fell through the floor. Can you believe that? It's all Urzak's fault. Yeah, that's right. I'm blaming you, buddy. Now we're still just searching the place. I mean, Danika said she saw a room full of spiders, so I'm not exactly jazzed about that room. But yeah, hey, who knows? Maybe we've only searched a fraction of this place. It looks deceptively small and destroyed from the outside. There's still a lot of stuff in here, so we got some searching to do.
That you do. Okay, Cog, there you go. There's that random Rhapsody coin. Don't forget to use it. It's only going to last this session. Well, Expedition members. You are all currently standing on a balcony on the 2nd floor of Argynvostholt, overlooking the foyer you had first entered through when you arrived in this place. You can see the grand staircase leading down to the north, and to the south there is a hallway which ends rather abruptly, revealing a darkened sky of clouds and the silhouette of a massive Mount Gakis in the distance. Looking down that broken hallway, you can't help but notice a door to the left, which is slightly ajar. It's on the left-hand side of that hallway to your south. Speaking of doors, there's also another door to the west of you, along the southern wall as well. To the north of you, balusters carved to resemble knights in shining armor support the elegantly carved stone railing that guards the balcony's edge. Weapons and shields festoon the walls along each of these walkways, while alabaster busts of handsome men flank hallways that lead north and south away from the foyer. At the west end of the balcony is an archway that leads to a spiral staircase going up. And with the light from your shield and the sword, you can see another of those archways on the end of the balcony on the opposite side of the foyer. On that side, you can also see another door along the wall and a hallway leading further north, mirroring the side that you're currently on. So, with that in mind, Expedition members, what do you want to do?
This is I guess a hallway, a destroyed hallway in front of us. Okay.
Yep, you can see that the hallway goes down about 30 or so feet before it just drops off, and there's just the open sky beyond. You recall when you were down at the lower
Yeah.
level in that ballroom, that was also partially destroyed. This is obviously the part of the ceiling that was actually covered.
Gotcha.
And down there, about halfway down the hallway, there is that open doorway.
I mean, do we want to check the open door that's probably in a room that's destroyed? That wasn't me.
I went to click my token and I exploded, apparently.
I mean, do we want to check out the open door?
I
Might
mean,
as well.
might as well. It shouldn't take us too long.
Right?
Famous last words. Give me a perception check.
Oh.
And here's one from Cog.
Like all of us.
Whoever's walking down that way and peering into the room.
And let me do
14.
Danika now.
Nat 1 for 10.
Dirty 20.
11 from Cog, 12 from Danika.
Okay, you all kind of peer into that that bedroom there, or that room, and what you can actually see in there is that the south end of this room it has collapsed, exposing the chamber to the elements.
Oh.
There are a few furnishings lie broken under fallen debris from the level above. It's pretty broken up in there. The floor does seem solid, though. It does seem like it could probably hold your weight.
You're probably the heaviest of us, big guy. You want to see if that'll, if it holds you, it'll hold me.
I guess so.
Unlike the last room. Wouldn't hold either of us.
I was doing just fine until you walked in, but whatever.
Hey, you wanted help with a bath. That's what I remember. It's what I'm sticking with. Cog I guess he'll toss light on because is it outside? Is it daylight? I don't remember what time of day it is.
No,
here.
it is definitely nighttime.
Yeah, he'd put it on his shield, on
Yes,
Urzak's
he did
shield.
put on. Yes, he did.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
just so he can be, shining that around the
Yeah,
room.
no, you've had it on there this whole time.
Yeah. All right, I was just double checking.
Okay. You very cautiously step into the doorway, testing the floor with your weight with each step. There is a little bit of a creaking sound, but it does hold. You put your next foot down, creak a little bit, but it's solid. Your confidence builds as you take another few steps into the room. The ground is covered in debris, as I said. Some of it is from the, it looks like actual rooftop is partially collapsed on top of this. Underneath that, you can see like old bits of furniture, a bed, a wardrobe that's kind of collapsed down on itself, that sort of thing. Quite a bit of stone and rubble. But yeah, it's pretty broken up in there. As you're moving further into the room, Urzak, Corwan is the next through the door. His weight doesn't make a sound on the floor. Danika follows shortly after, heading over to the edge. What is Danika's passive perception?
It is a 13.
It is a 13. Okay.
Did I just kill Danika? Is that what you're about to tell me?
Probably.
Oops.
Wasn't my fault, Natalie. Sorry. kind of was my fault.
As Danika's kind of looking about the edge, she would see movement below. All of those webs in the lower
it's a
area of the
spider
ballroom was right below there. And she kind of yelps out as several of these spiders starts crawling up into the room. So I'm
Shit,
going
the
to need
spiders.
everybody.
Oh lordy!
Oh, I
Dude,
hate them.
fireball
I hate
in the
the
ballroom
tokens.
underneath us. Get whatever ones have not come up yet.
So I need
spent,
everybody to roll some initiative here.
We spent so long putting out the fire last time.
Yeah,
Don't
but
need to be
there
doing
was
that
wood
again.
there. What's this floor made of?
Stone.
Is this stone? Yeah,
Mhm.
there we go. I mean,
Okay.
we're not, freaking
We're not going
dragons or
anytime soon.
jet fuel on girders of a building. It's not gonna melt that, is it?
You stop that.
I'm so sorry.
I have an alternative to fireball.
I got some too.
I do too. It's an axe.
All right, there's cogs. Let me get Danika's coming here.
How many of them are there?
3, I see.
3.
So far.
Well, there are 6 in initiative.
All right, that's good.
Oh.
Okay, good. It did.
I forgot to turn the music on before now.
Why are they pink? Like,
Hey! What's the shame of the color pink?
nothing. It just makes it look worse.
No, it just makes them look sweeter and innocent, doesn't it? Yeah, I know.
Sure.
Pink can be a nasty
Makes them look
vitriolic
fleshy.
color.
That's what I'm saying. It looks. I hate it.
Okay. Everybody in turn order?
I think so.
Sweet. Okay. Vide, you are currently standing outside in the hallway. You're the only one who hadn't made it into that room. And at the edge of the hallway, you see a body start creeping up onto the edge of the hallway there. It is a massive spider, bloated looking. It's dark. It's very, very dark in color. Under the light of your Moontouch scimitar, you can see it has a almost purplish hue, large mandibles, and just a ton of eyes all across the front of its face. It hisses at you, and as it opens its mouth, even more sharp spikes of teeth are seen inside that mouth. It is horrifying looking, and it's coming right at you, but you are able to react first. So what would you like to do?
Well, I'm just gonna toss my Moontouch sword into my offhand and then grab my Thorn Whip. I'm gonna whip him. For 21 to hit.
21 to hit? Yeah, I think that's gonna hit.
Okay, that's 6 damage then to that guy.
Okay, 6 points of damage.
Oh wait, I got a second attack
You
too.
do have 2 attacks.
I'm gonna whip him again. 18 to hit,
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
8 damage.
Very nice. 2 quick strikes from your whip right across the spider's face. It hisses in pain, and you can see large gouges across its outer carapace from your thorn whip. Is still up, however.
I mean, it won't be for long.
That it for your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Next up is actually, ironically, that spider's turn. It's just gonna jump at you and try to bite you. Let's be the public. Let's see. Oof, but that is an 8 to hit. That's a miss.
Yeah, that's definitely a miss.
That's it for that critter's turn. Corwan, you're up next.
All right. Let's see here. Then I will. Where is? Am I gonna get my sheet up? He's gonna kind of just almost a panic. Throw out something new that he's got. Let me get a little 10-foot circle. Oop, I didn't mean to do. Alright, it's gonna do that, and we're gonna dump a good old-fashioned flame strike.
Oh, big spell. I like it.
17 dex on those spiders.
Okay, let's get some dex saves here real quick.
Alright, why did it just pop up saying sup for the 10-foot radius?
Sorry.
Oh, is that you? I was just like, wait a minute, did it just automatically do that?
What's up, guys? It's me, 10-foot radius.
Jesus.
Why it gives me the option to type as like all the different measurements.
Okay. So you're going to hear a lot of screeching coming from somewhere below as a pillar of flame just comes shooting down from the sky, going right through the edge of that floor. You positioned it so it just hits the edge, and but it's going to keep going down for a little bit too, and so it's hitting everything below it.
Yeah, it's a 40-foot tall, so yeah.
Yeah. So then you hear a whoosh as all the webbing down there bursts into flames. And so there's a lot more screeches.
Sweet. Oh, I guess what's the second save? Were they falling? Maybe?
No, those are from the spiders that are caught in the web still as the web catches on fire. Corwan, also go ahead and roll me 2d6. That's going to be the damage those take.
8.
Thank you. Okay, so for your spell, they take 21 radiant and 14 fire.
Other way around. 21 fire, 14 radiant.
Or yeah, sorry, dyslexic.
No, you're good.
21 fire, 14 radiant. That's a lot of fucking damage.
Hell yeah, it is. He's probably been scared by the smallest spiders his entire life. Working in a library, I'm sure they show up a lot, and so he's always just had that kill it with fire mentality. So I'm sure there's been a book or two he's had to re-transcribe that he caught on fire.
Yeah, for sure. Here's what happens. The two that are right up here on the edge of this just get hit by this fire, this column of fire, and just burn up almost instantly. They fall to the ground and just slip off the edge down below, just charred. That's just a one-hit KO on both of those.
So he's going to turn around, walk back from the edge a little bit, looking at Urzak, and just flex a little on him.
Yeah, the other two are going to take half damage. That's a total of 17.
And I guess the 3 roll down below. That's
the 3 down below. Actually,
One would
that's
take, I guess, the full 8,
four.
the other take
I can't-
half.
I need one more.
He's
Yeah,
so
that's
dexterous,
correct.
little
Three of
spiders.
3 of them are succeeding. 1 of them's failing. So 1 of them takes the full damage, which is 8.
I forgot about the webs and setting those on fire. Completely, that didn't even cross my mind. So got lucky with that. That's one of the new spells we took to get when we got 5th level that I haven't had a chance to really use.
Yeah, why do you think I suggested Fireball down there?
Yes. Looks like Vide remembered. Okay. You got anything else to do on this turn, Corwan?
No, no, because he just used a leveled spell, so he can't drop a healing word on Danika. Yeah, for now, that's all he's going to do. He's backing up. I guess kind of coming in the corner a little bit over here.
And so now all of that just caught on fire really, really quick. Fortunately, yeah, go ahead.
All right, I was going to say down below. I mean, so I guess does this room extend like all the way out to here? It's
It
just
would
the
have.
floor.
It would have, but
the floor broke away.
yeah, the whole side of the
Okay,
building
okay.
broke away.
All right.
And so half the ballroom was also exposed to the
okay.
elements, and beyond
So
that,
that-
you could see the edges of the wall.
Yeah,
Which,
so easily that's all the spiders got.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so that's the end of that turn. Now we got some really, really pissed off spiders crawling up to attack. So we're going to do that real quick. Next up is this guy. He's going to make it to right here. And kind of starts coming in and is going to stop right here next to the 2 of you. Taking a bite out of...
Crying?
let's go with Delphine.
No, okay.
That's a 21 to hit.
Shield doesn't.
You throw up your shield at the last minute, blocking this creature's fangs as it's coming right towards your head. That's going to be it for its turn. Next up, we got another one. This one comes crawling up from this side and makes its way towards Urzak.
Oh no.
That's a 7. That's definitely going to miss.
That hits. Crazy.
Wild. Next up is Danika. So that's you, Cog.
All right. I think what they're going to do is also, you know what? She's probably a little more hardy, got more guts than Cog, but she's also going to do some stuff with some fire. So, I don't need you. I guess maybe 10 foot below the gray. I guess it would almost be like 10 foot above the floor, 10 foot below that. I guess does that make sense? She would drop a fireball kind of right out there over here in this kind of courtyard area and try and nuke things that are just below and nuke these 2 up on top. So
Okay. So the floor below is about 20 feet down. So you're doing this fireball halfway.
yeah, half. Yeah. So
Yep.
I mean, if maybe anything crawling up that's on, trying to get up here, that might be underneath on the underside if they started crawling up, just to see what they can get. But it's really about grabbing these 2 that are right here, kind of in front of us, is the main thing. Just gonna do it at a regular 3rd level. And that'll be 17 dex, 34 fire. Now, they are very good at dex, so they possibly will still pass, but that's a lot of fire.
That's a save. That's a failure. That's a save. So it looks like one of the ones on top is going to fail. One's going to save. It is 34, half of 34 is 17 points of damage. This, I'm going to get rid of that.
Yeah.
This guy right here, he is a crispy critter. Your fireball explodes. And that spider just drops to the floor, burnt up, smoking. This guy over here looks severely wounded, but is still up.
And I guess, I don't know if she really has anything in terms of... Well, you know what? I think she'd look over at Urzak and be like, Urzak, he's our man. If he can't do it, no one can. And give you a bardic inspiration.
Where did that come? Okay.
It's a D10 now at 10th level.
Nice.
Death
Okay.
look from Delphine.
Oh, well. Just wait till Cog notices.
Cog, give me a actually no, I got a better idea. What's your passive perception, Cog?
God, let me pull. I got a Danika up just there. I think it's 15.
Okay, Dyto, our Delphine, give me a deception check with a DC of 15 to see if Cog notices that look.
Damn it!
Beat it, baby.
It's gotta happen.
She just looked angry
It's
at the
gotta
spider.
happen.
Yep. Okay, that's it for Danika's turn.
He thinks that smoldering intensity is for the spider and not for Urzak.
We're in the middle of combat. It's fine.
Yeah. He's like, that would be inappropriate. Of course she's looking at the spider.
Speaking of spiders, another one comes crawling up right next to Danika. This one's going to take a bite out of her. But not with an 11.
Yeah, she's got a 17.
Oof.
Damn.
My bad rolls continue. Urzak, you're up next.
Oh man. Okay. It's attacking time, if you can believe it, on the spider right to my right.
What?
Or I guess my left. Whatever.
Yeah.
There's. Okay. I remember how to play the game. First attack is 27.
Yeah, that hits.
I'm not going to throw any smites on this because I have it on good authority that this thing is very injured. I don't know why it did javelin damage. That's not correct. Let's try that again. Okay.
That is fucking weird.
I must have just clicked the wrong thing.
Yep.
12 slashing damage.
12 slashing damage. You just hack into this thing with your battle axe, wedging that half moon blade directly into its back. It cries out in pain. It's already blackened from the fire it's been hit by twice, and it drops to the floor dead.
Sweet. Movement time. We're gonna go. I guess I can pretty much go anywhere in this room. I'm just gonna step over this spider and take my second attack on this guy. 25.
Yeah, that hits. Can you take it out?
Another 12 damage.
That's enough. You hack into this thing, burying that axe deep into its abdomen, and it slumps down and begins sliding off down to the floor below, which is still a little bit on fire.
Just a little bit. No relevant bonus actions. I believe that's my turn.
Okay. Next up, we got another spider. This spider is looking like absolute garbage. It is so burnt up. It's barely standing. Why it's attacking mindlessly, who knows? But it comes crawling up the side and is going for Urzak in just a mad fury of rage and pain. So it's getting advantage on this attack.
Oh,
That's a 20 to hit.
that just hits.
Amazing.
I'll use my nope, I don't have my reaction back yet.
Okay.
mind.
No, you don't.
That's okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's do some damage. It's going to be 14 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a con saving throw.
Remember, you got a D10
That
in
is
case
true.
you fail.
In case I need it. What's the DC?
It's only
guess-
11, so you are
Okay.
good. You're only going to take half damage, so 6 points of poison damage.
20 damage. Ow.
It's a hell of a bite.
That's not a small amount.
Oh, he almost rolled max damage on the piercing.
Okay. Spidey's turn's over. Delphine, you're up next.
I just took 20 points of damage.
Sure did.
I'm going to where are you? Yeah, we're gonna. I'm gonna reach out to Urzak and clasp him on the shoulder, and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on him. Third one. For 17.
17. Wow. Okay.
A bonus action. Yeah, 17 healing. Then I will go into my blade. Let's move on. And in my turn.
Okay. Next up, we got another spider. This spider that is crawling up here does not look nearly as wounded as the rest of them. Looks like it's barely got burned. And as it crawls up in the far side of this room, it looks about and sees the tiniest target it's ever seen. That looks delicious. And comes
Ever.
scurrying up towards Corwan. Bite attack on Corwan. Oof, that's an 11. That's a miss.
His mandibles are just too big.
Yeah, it tries biting down on you, and you just throw up your little shield, and it's almost like a pot lid on a pot. Just jams up that mouth.
Perfect.
We're at the top of turn order again. Vide. That spider that's right there, right in front of you, bearing down on you. What are you doing?
Same thing. I'm gonna just whip him.
Whip it good.
17. Does that get him?
Yep, 17's good.
10 damage.
10 points of damage. You strike it with your whip. It cries out in pain, but it is still up.
Hit him again.
18 for 6 damage.
6 more points of damage. Vide, why don't you tell me how this looks as you kill this spider?
I feel like the first one just kind of hits him, and then the second one kind of goes and wraps around his head. Because spiders have heads, right?
More or less.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it goes around his head and then just rips his head off.
Heck yeah.
And then he does the whole spider thing. He falls on his back and his little legs shrivel up.
Heck yeah. Ichor just starts pouring out from the open cavity of its body now. You kind of step back a little bit. It's green, it's sludgy, it's sticky, and it's all pooled up right in front of the door now. Gross.
Gross indeed.
Well, that Spidey's dead.
And I might kind of step over here, kind of peek my head in, like, you guys good in here?
No. That's all I was gonna say.
Corwan says, still holding up the spider. Corwan, it's your turn.
All right. God, do I really want to be extra? No, we're not going to be extra stupid with the. I was gonna. You know what? Yeah, all right. With this one, he's just gonna kind of like push its little mandibles up with the, thing, just kind of looking right in its dead in its face, and then just go, "Abraca, fuck you." And that's gonna be his word of radiance. Oh, it's only 3. It's gonna be so much better if it's much damage, but con 17. Let's see if they're weak to con instead of just Dex. They're great at.
Let's
But
find
I
out.
wanted to get a leveled spell for a bonus action, so that's why I had to go with something.
Uh, 7. That's a failure.
Well, it's good. It'll take 3 radiant, so it's not nothing. And then Danika's down almost 20. How much is Urzak down still?
Like 4.
Delphine?
I'm down about 30.
All right, yeah. Then he's gonna do a 4th level mass healing word.
I didn't put myself back up to full.
And then, oh, wow, good lord. But hold on, it's not. It's also it's got because at 4th level you also are gonna get. I believe that's level 2. God, go
Is this
away.
like an area effect? Like
Yeah, it's anybody I can see, and since I can see you in the doorway, you'll get that too. And then you also are gonna get 6 bonus from so it's really 8, 14 total because of his Aura of Life stuff, or his life cleric stuff, and Cog also gets 6.
Nice.
And so yeah, so everybody gets 14. Let me give Danika that, and that will be he's just gonna stay right there. He's not gonna risk the spider's wrath. Let me give Danika her 14.
Okay.
That is our turn.
Well, next up is Danika.
Oh shit. What is she got besides? Yeah, because I don't want to end up just burning through all of her high level stuff, because that would just be rude. You know what? She will look at the one that's, the one that's in front of Cog, because Urzak's got the other one. She's going to cast Dissonant Whispers at a 2nd level on the one that's in front of Cog.
Okay.
So Wisdom 17, or it's going to face 18 Psychic.
13. That is a failure.
God, what would a spider hear of that just is the most terrifying thought possible of
I
what
mean,
their
dude,
Maybe.
of what their stuff. Yeah, I know, but I would like to think it sounds different to different creatures. But yeah, that's just me.
God.
I guess my own headcanon. So yeah, no, it's 17. I think it was 17 psychic. No, 18 psychic.
Yeah, 18
on that.
psychic. That spider went from looking pretty decent to looking like shit as it just shudders in terror from these whispers it's hearing.
Sweet. And I guess it does. It has to use
Has to use half its movement.
reaction. Yeah.
Yeah, it has to
to
use
move
its
away.
reaction to...
As far as away from her as possible.
Yeah, so it would go scuttling.
And since that's
Yeah,
forced
you can't hear me.
movement, Cog's not getting.
Can everybody hear me?
I
I can
can.
hear you just fine.
I can.
Okay, Brandie was just saying she couldn't hear me.
Oh.
Oh,
Guys.
sorry. It was my system, I
Okay.
guess.
Anyway, so yeah, the spider is just going to scurry back against this wall because that's as far away from Danika as it could get.
And since that is technically, I guess, would that be considered forced movement? So
That is
Cog's not
forced
getting.
movement.
Yeah,
Correct.
I mean, well, I guess he does have his base. So yeah, I was just wanting to double check on that. So yep, nope, that's it.
Okay. Urzak, you're up next.
Right. Attack number 1 is a crit.
Ouch.
So I'll throw a first level smite on there. Why not? I crit. That's the fun part about paladins.
Go for it.
So this is 68, I think.
What
Because
for?
two from the first level smite doubled is 4.
And then you should be at that level where you get 1 every time you hit.
That's level 11.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I'm
okay.
only a level 7 paladin.
Oh, that's right, you did.
And then
so
2d6
are they
from
undead?
my battle axe.
So it'd just be
Plus 5.
4, because it's 2 for first level, right? So it would just be 4.
So it's 4, but
Yeah.
my axe also.
Oh,
has
that's
38.
right, yeah.
So 68, 2d6, plus 5. 41 damage.
Woof.
Actually, sorry, 46 damage.
Gee, I don't know. It might still be alive.
That extra 5 is what did it. I know.
Yeah,
Saying
definitely.
it's not a titan. It's like a titan spider.
No,
you know?
it's definitely not the queen of the spiders.
Okay. We're just kind of going back and forth in this room here, stepping over all the spiders.
Mm-hmm.
Second attack. Be really funny if I crit again. Not quite, but close.
Pretty
27.
close. Yep, that's also gonna hit.
6 damage.
I mean,
Hey.
it had 1 hit point left.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was pretty messed up. So
So, Urzak, tell us how this looks while you killed the last 2 spiders.
I think it's been the last couple seconds has been just very frantic, like going back and forth
whack-a-mole.
in this room, just one after the other. Just nope, nope, nope. Like you're trying to swat a fly. Just nope, no, thank you, nope, don't like that.
Mm-hmm. But with that, the last of the spiders drops to the ground. Urzak just hacking it repeatedly. Nope, nope, nope.
You should have stayed downstairs.
But with that, you all pause for a moment, listening. And other than the crackle of a few small fires down below, it's quiet. You all go over to the edge and look down, and there's a small amount of debris on the ground that's still on fire from the webs just going up in like super fast. There's like some broken bits of wood and like a half of a nightstand and part of a bed down below that's a little bit still on fire, but mostly the room is made out of stone down there, and it looks to be as though was once a giant ballroom. So the floor is stone, once polished, but now like covered in dust and stuff. So there's little piles of like leaves and stuff that are on fire, but for the most part, you're confident that the fires won't spread beyond this room. So that's good. The area is slightly illuminated, and with that, you are able to see that past the ballroom itself, there's the remains of what appears to be 2 towers to either side of this the castle. Further beyond that, you can also see the remains of what appears to have once been either a shed or perhaps a barn. Little bits of wood stick out here and there. There's a lot of debris in the area, but there's a nice clear patch of dirt that's roughly square or rectangular in shape. That kind of gives you the outline of what possibly could be, like I said, a barn or a shed. So you can see all these things as well from the light of the fires you've all started down there. But no more spiders emerge. So what do you do?
Sweet.
That wasn't so bad. We could have just done that earlier, I guess.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Totally agree.
What was that? What was that about?
I don't like spiders. That's all. They're
I mean,
just
me either, but
yeah. I mean, there's nothing in here. I suppose we can check, the other side of this, because, I mean, I guess we don't need to worry about the spiders downstairs. We can go in that room and look later, see if anything survived.
Sounds good.
Sure. Do we want to try and salvage anything from these guys, or?
Like, what?
I don't know. I mean, their little venom sacs can be, useful and interesting in ways.
If that's...
I'm not good at harvesting things from monsters.
I mean, would Cog know if there are any medicinal uses, or anything it could be done with a spider's venom, anything useful at all besides just using it as a poison?
You can make an Arcana or a Nature check.
Well, they are both a +1, so let's just go with Arcana. Ooh, it's 20.
So there are quite a few alchemical formulas that use spider venom in them. Most of them are of the poison variety or anti-poison. So you could easily make something like that from them if you wanted to. Harvesting spider venom glands is a tedious and challenging prospect. You have to get in just right to extract the glands and get the poison out, but it is possible.
I don't think they're going anywhere. So let's continue checking things out. Maybe we come back. Maybe some people, in town, if we come across, or at the Abbey, maybe they could, do something with this. So we'll come back to these. For now, I say let's go look for other stuff.
Fair enough.
Okay, where are you heading from here?
I suppose kind of back,
right?
back out in the hall to this other side, the other room. That I think it was a closed door.
Okay.
There's one.
Was that a door though I saw over?
Over where?
Oh, I thought you wanted to go across the hall.
Well, check this out since it's.
That's a window.
Okay.
I mean, there is a door here, and then we can check the other side. Is anybody good with traps? Can't imagine there'd be any, but.
What would be
I will try
the
and
check for
it
traps?
trap. I think it's investigation, isn't it?
It is an investigation check.
Okay, I've got a +5. If anybody's better than that,
I have a +9. 25.
oh,
25. You check over the door and thoroughly examine it. You do not see any traps.
I don't think this one's trapped. And
It's also not locked.
open the door.
Okay. You open the door to see roughly the same thing as the previous room. The south end of the room has collapsed. There are a few furnishings lying broken about the area and quite a bit of debris. Leaves, dust, scattered bits and bobs and things. There's a lot.
I guess we could search amongst it, see if we could find anything interesting.
Sure.
If you all
I've
want to.
I've got a +5.
I'll take one side, you take the other.
Yeah, yep.
Roll some investigation checks.
Divide and conquer.
I'll give
Dude.
Delphine the help action.
Yeah, it's a Danika and Cog will be a team, and
Dirty.
and on this side, 13 on this side.
The four of you move about, searching through the rubble, picking through as carefully as you can. Delphine, as you're examining what appears to be a fireplace in the one side of the room, you find tucked up into the chimney a small leather sack. You pull it out and open it up to find a silver medallion with the emblem of a sun etched out and filled with gold. It's a symbol of the Morning Lord. What?
Is it just like a medallion, or is it like connected to like a chain, or?
You pull it out and examine it, and yeah, it is on a chain. You estimate it looks like it'd probably be worth about 500 gold pieces. Other than that, there's like a few bits and bobs there, like a few pretty rocks that aren't worth anything. There's a small handful of the same coins that you always found, the Electrum coins with Strahd's face on it. You find about 25 of those. You find a small bone comb and a hairpin made out of silver. The hairpin is kind of plain. It just has a small symbol. It looks like a leaf on one end. You estimate maybe worth 10 gold.
When Delphine grabs the medallion, she kind of like fingers it in her hands, and whoever's paying attention, probably only Urzak, would see like her hair start to glow just a little bit, just like a faint, like a goldish shimmery color. And I'm gonna put it around my neck.
Okay.
Oh.
And kind of tuck it in a little bit. And I'll take the hair comb. I'll go over to Danika and I will just put it in her hair.
For me? I do declare, Mr. Belvedere.
Spot on.
For everything you do for us, you deserve something pretty.
Bone comb, right? Gonna put that on her inventory.
Okay.
Watch, it's probably like the most hideous bone comb.
I mean, this is Barovia, so
in some ways, those are also the most beautiful. You never know.
It looks ugly as sin. It was given to me by a friend, so.
Looks like a nod on turkey leg.
You know what? It'll go with the poop shoe Danika got with Delphine.
There you go. Yeah, but that's about it.
All right. Not much to see. Just a few bits and bobs, some pretty rocks.
Let's, I guess, check the other side before we go upstairs. And I guess, is this like a... It's not leading... The stairs don't go all the way down to the bottom floor.
Well,
this is like
yes, they do. These stairs
okay.
go all the way down to the bottom floor, to the foyer below.
All right.
So you kind of go down the stairs, and then there's that tapestry of the handsome man right over here. And then you go back up the stairs to the other end of the balcony. What were you saying, Delphine?
Vide would have probably also seen her hair glow a little bit when she was playing with the medallion of the Morning Lord.
Okay.
I'll go for it.
I want everybody to know Vide did not go up and down the stairs. He ran around the back way.
Fair enough.
Urzak's just kind of like plodding behind and gets up the stairs, and V just is like on his right and is like, "What are you doing?"
I will check this one for traps as well. 21.
Okay.
Vide being the smart one.
Everybody else is panting out of breath, and Vide's like, "Okay, let's go."
Yep.
Vide, don't breathe.
So this side of the balcony looks pretty much the same as the other. Railing around the edge, weapons and shields on the walls, busts of handsome men lining the area. You go up to the doors, and Delphine, you do a thorough investigation of it. The room is not trapped, but it is locked.
Okay, I'm not good at the unlocking of locked doors. That's not my forte. I could try, but
What's the door
I
made
don't
out
have
of?
the right tools.
Let me go look real quick.
Doesn't Danika have thieves' tools? I could.
I mean, I've got Tinker's tools. If
You want to
there
take the
could be an
hinges
argument
off?
for using those.
They are wooden doors with iron fittings and all of that stuff. They are fairly thick. The other door you went through, it is thick, but you could theoretically break it down.
Well, that's a final option. I don't want to just go around. I mean, this place is kind of already ruined, but I don't want to contribute to that any more than I have to.
Could I use Tinker's tools to potentially unlock this door? After somebody with a good investigation score checks it for traps, just in case?
I already did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
It's not trapped. It's just locked.
Okay.
So
I
to
missed that.
answer your question, Tinker's tools, there are some thin picks and things like that in a Tinker's tool. So they're not quite the same as thieves' tools, but you can try. You can always try.
I'm willing to give it a
The
try.
worst that could happen.
Oh, don't say that.
Danika
Where are
has
the
thieves'
hinges on
tools.
this door? I thought
Yeah.
she
Oh,
did. I
does-
was about
Yeah,
to open her
Danika has
character
thieves'
sheet.
tools.
Well, then
Then,
Danika can
Danger's
thieves'
sleight of
tools
hand
it.
is a 12.
yeah. Oof. Now, if that was Cog,
Oof.
that's different.
Wait, why does Cog
Yeah, why is
have a
Cog?
+1?
Because
plus
it's
12
I'm the
is
one rolling it, and it's Danica's thing.
Oh,
Oh.
that makes sense.
Yeah, it just shows my name. It doesn't show theirs.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I guess I could switch back and forth. That's too
fair.
much.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I was like,
yeah.
why the heck does Cog have a +12 to sleight of hand?
So,
But
yeah.
anyway, that was a nat 1. Danika kneels down and starts working away with the lock picks, and one of the picks snap. Oh!
Oof.
It's now
She got-
lodged in the lock.
Here we go. We step back a little bit.
Cog's got to buy her a new set of fucking lock picks. Jesus.
I mean, it was just one of the picks.
All right.
It was just
All right.
one of the picks.
I'm
You
gonna-
still can open other doors. It's just
Yeah.
with a nat 1, you
Yeah.
can't try again to thieves' tools it.
That guy, just. you
Or
wanna
do I
hook
have
it?
anything? Do I have anything in my Tinker's tools where I could like chisel out the lock or something to open it, so we don't have to completely destroy it?
You can always try.
Guys, we're getting doored right now. Let me just break it.
There you go.
Um,
Yeah, break it then. That's fine.
I'm gonna tap Urzak on the shoulder and go, "You're up, big guy," and give him guidance.
Nat 1 for me. Nat 1 for me. Nat 1 for me.
I do still have that bardic inspiration from Danika, too.
That's
so-
true.
Let's see, 23 plus a d4, 27.
Without issue. You just kind of take a step back. You aim right in that spot at the edge of the door. Kick with all your might. Boom! The door flies open. And this is what you see. Yes, you would if I could open the thing. There we go.
Oh.
Okay. So what you are seeing as you enter this room... What number is that? The contents of this room are draped in cobwebs, which sends a shiver down Cog's spine. Between curtained windows stands a black marble hearth with a sculpted mantelpiece, above which hangs a framed portrait of a handsome, well-dressed man with a wry smile and a thick mane of thistledown hair. Opposite the fireplace is a large bed with a rotting mattress and wooden posts carved to resemble dragons. Across from the double doors stands a tall wardrobe. Its doors hang open, revealing a dark and empty cavity. The only other piece of furniture is an overstuffed leather chair that faces the hearth.
Oh,
Loot the room.
I guess so.
Can we loot the room?
Look
you're
around for
willing to
that was
stuff.
muted.
search, yeah.
The painting above the fireplace, have we seen it anywhere else so far, or just here?
It is the same facial features as the man in the tapestry above the stairs. Let's see. You rolled a 21 investigation. Vide, you thoroughly search the room, top to bottom, but there is nothing to be found.
Okay, nothing's here. I'm assuming these are windows here.
They are windows. Yeah, those are curtained windows. If you actually walk up and pull the curtains aside, you would be able to look down on the courtyard outside. You'd be able to see the two wagons are there. You wouldn't see Esmeralda. She's not moving about right now, but and it's dark. You don't see a fire lit or anything like that down there. But you would at least see the silhouettes of your wagons. So what do y'all want to do?
Can we check out the other hallway before we go up the stairs?
Yeah, there's other rooms. Might as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked like that might have been the keeper of the place's room. This room is open, right?
Yep. So as you make your way down the hallway to the right of the room you were just in, you would see that there is a door that is open to another room. The hallway itself is T-shaped and branches to the west, east, and south, which is where you currently are. There are 3 arched windows in the north that look out onto the foggy grounds below. That you would be able to see from where you're standing. Looking in the room itself, you can see that there are 2 beds with torn canopies standing against opposite walls, with a tattered rug lying on the floor between them. Set into the far wall is a fireplace black with soot. As you step into the room, Delphine, you would hear a soft hiss from the hearth.
What does the hiss sound like? Like air coming through cracked stone? A kind of animal?
Make a perception check. $11? It's difficult to tell. You're not sure if it's like just wind hitting an open space just right, and it makes you kind of curious. You find yourself stepping forward more into the room.
I think after like taking another step forward, Delphine, like, I don't know, something in her just does not like that noise, and she starts slowly backing back up to the door and bumps right into Urzak, and she lets out like this like eep sound.
Oh, my bad. It's kind of
like a
backs
startled
up.
little, like, not quite a loud scream, but definitely like a I wasn't expecting you there.
Mm-hmm.
The fireplace is making noise. I don't like it. I mean, it could just be wind. I think it's. And I don't. Nope. Hard pass.
So Delphine comes scooting back into the hallway. What are the rest of you doing?
Is there anything back this way? Up to the north?
The hallway tees off to the north. Let's see.
Oh. Shall we?
Delphine goes back to the door and goes, "We're just gonna close."
You're closing the door?
I'm gonna close the door.
Can you close that door?
Yeah, you can close that door.
Is there something in there? What's going on?
Just a hallway. From the look of it.
No. The room. What's going? Are
Well,
you okay?
I just said it could be the wind, but it might be a snake. Hard pass.
Okay. You're saying this as all of you continue to make your way northward. The hallway tees off to the west and to the east. There are 3 windows, like I described, facing the north, and you can see just a foggy ground below you, using the light of your shield into the window. There is a doorway to the west and to the east. That's where the hallway ends.
Right? Where do we want to go first? Left or right?
How about we go west?
Left. Got it.
Okay.
Do you want to do we want to just be overly cautious and check it for traps again?
Yeah, probably. That's not really my
And the
forte,
first
though.
time we don't is the time that's going to be trapped, honestly, with our luck.
Corwan, Danika, are you 2 following as well?
Yeah.
16.
help action.
Okay. The 5 of you go walking up towards the door. Delphine, you walk straight
yeah,
up to it, intending to look it over. As you do, you hear a slamming sound. The hallway behind you seals as a wall drops down from the ceiling, closing the hallway away from you. At the same time, both doorways to the west and to the east pop open. As they pop open, you hear this haunting sound as these phantom warriors come rushing out from the doorway to attack you all. So I'm going to need everybody to once again roll some initiative.
Oops.
Perfect.
That's much better than last time. There's a lot of them.
Okay.
Oh. Okay. This changes.
All right, information gathering.
Information gathering.
See the numbers.
Ignore the numbers.
Okay.
These are
I
not the
pretend I do not
numbers you
see
look
it.
for.
Oh, these are not the numbers I'm looking for.
Okay.
A
Let's.
natural 20, natural 1.
Yeah. Rough.
Excuse me.
Okay. Let's see. Who's going first here?
I think Vide.
Yep.
Yeah.
Looks like Vide is going first.
Okay.
Okay, Vide. You were standing there in the hallway behind Delphine, watching her get ready to examine that doorway when suddenly it pops open. A wall behind you slams down, blocking off the hallway to the south. The doors open up, and a bunch of spectral-looking dudes come rushing out. These creatures are humanoid in shape. They appear to be soldiers wearing armor, but they're see-through. They kind of are misty and ghost-like in appearance. You're the first to react. How do you react?
It's probably not going to do any good, but I'm going to step forward and take a swipe at that one with my moon touch sword. Just, I mean, 12 to hit. Worst case scenario, it just goes right through him.
Yeah, that's gonna be a miss. You attempt to strike at that ghost-like warrior with your moon touch sword, but he throws up a shield blocking your strike. That's a miss.
Okay, I'm going to swipe again. 19 to hit.
19 is gonna hit.
Okay, for 9 damage. 9 slashing damage if that makes a difference, and it's probably magical if that also makes a difference.
It is technically magical, and your cut goes through it. You can tell that it is cutting through the substance of whatever this creature is. At the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Can I
Urzak.
convince you to back up one space? Just excuse me. I'm I'm trapped between everybody.
Sucks to suck!
Yeah, because
You should be able to
unfortunately,
move the cog.
yeah, you could step over Cog.
Oh, true.
The cog is
Uh,
behind you.
let's see. Oh, that's just enough movement.
Because, yeah, just unfortunately, I would incur 2 attacks of
Oh, yeah.
opportunity.
I forgot that's how that works in the system. All right. Excuse me, Cog.
Yep, he's good.
All right, it's attacking time. Everybody's favorite time of the day. First attack is a 14. I'm gonna add that Bardic Inspiration die on there, I think. Unless it hits. Well, I guess I can't know that. Plus 8. So
So 22.
22.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay. We'll just roll normal damage. 9 slashing damage.
9 points of slashing.
Second attack. Another 14.
Ouch. Yeah, that is gonna be a miss.
All right. Let me check my resources here. We'll see. We'll see how this round goes. I'm gonna end my turn.
Okay. Next up, we got the Phantom Warrior that's in front of Vide. It's taken one hit from the Moontouch Scimitar. It didn't like that. It's coming back at you with its Spectral Longsword. That's nat 20 for a 25.
Ouch.
I mean, of course that hits.
10 points of force damage.
It could be worse.
I was expecting, like,
Could be worse.
it hits you so hard, you know, your great-grandchildren die or something like that with Barovia.
Second hit is a 17.
Yeah, that hits too.
By less than 4?
Yes, by less than 4.
Okay, I'm gonna use my reaction and use my hair will glow like a shimmery gold, and I'm going to use my feature, it's the chromatic dragon feature, the protective wings.
But it's your hair. Your hair just kind of encompasses around Vide, blocking the swing from this sword. God, there's this cartoon I remember from probably like 15 years ago or so. And there's this one lady character who, like, she would snap her neck and her hair would snap like a whip, and you would hear a whip snap whenever that happened. I imagine that's kind of what Delphine does whenever she uses her hair.
Weird, but okay, I appreciate it.
There's a wrestler in WWE named Bianca Belair that's got a very long braid, and she whips people with that, and you can hear that over the crowd noise.
I believe
that's
it.
how.
Yeah.
Oh, she's cut people with her hair.
Nice. Okay, next up is one of the Phantom Warriors, the one behind the one that Urzak hit. It is going to kind of move up, and it starts just becoming a little bit less solid and goes moving through you, Urzak, to coalesce on the other side.
Oh.
That way it can pincer you.
Normally got to pay extra for that, Urzak. Good luck.
Yeah.
Way to go.
That seems like it would have been unsettling.
So this is going to give them a +1 on this attack. That's a 19 to hit.
Nope.
19 misses. You're able to throw up that shield just in time. Let's see if the second one will hit. 13 is also going to miss. Okay, that's it for his turn. Corwan, you're up next.
Alright, so obviously when we tried to open one of the doors, the wall fell, so it seems like this is some kind of trap.
Well, it's not when you touch the door. You just, Delphine
just
walked
in
up
this-
to it and started
yeah.
to look at it, and that's when it happened.
Do these, I guess, spectral soldiers, do they look like the warriors we saw outside when we saw that, like, phantom battle out there? In the
Make an
courtyard?
insight check.
I got to turn it, but 18.
Yeah, I'm gonna say not exactly, but definitely similar. They're wearing the same armor and that sort of thing. They definitely look like they're definitely wearing the same armor. They kind of have the same stature and that sort of thing. None of them look exactly alike, but it's similar enough that you don't think it's
like
the same effect. But these are definitely soldiers on that side.
Yeah, they could be that could be different eras, different ranks. Filigree stuff changed over time. So
But
knowing
similar
that
enough.
thinking that these are soldiers of Argynvostholt, Cog's just gonna kind of put himself in the middle of the room, and he's gonna shout out to them, hopefully loud enough his little voice can carry. It's like, honored soldiers of Argynvostholt, we are not here to rob from you. We're here to learn and to respect and we are friends of the Morning Lord. And I'm hoping that, and maybe he'd hold up like his little holy symbol showing that he's a holy man. And he like, our honored soldier carries the shield of your lord, pointing at Urzak. And hoping maybe if, we can prevent this fight if they see us as friends and not as a foe. I don't know if that'll work. If you'll let me do something with that.
Trying to think of what I could have you roll for this. I guess I'm going to go with a persuasion check.
Well, since it's a +1, I'm just going to burn my nat 20. So it'll be a 21.
Using the coin before the break? Impossible.
We always forget to use it until the very end anyway. Might as well try something interesting and radical out of the box. Like I said, he's pointing at Urzak. He's saying, our brother carries your symbol. We are here to honor you, not to hurt you. Is kind of the message he's trying to put out there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's going to work, but Kag is a holy man, so he would try. He doesn't want to desecrate these souls. He doesn't know if that's what's going to happen, but because Barovia is a very weird place.
It is a very weird place. You cry this out. You're holding up your symbol. It's difficult to tell whether any of them respond to it. None of them seem to be looking in your direction, Cog.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but it's worth a shot. But I mean, also, the light cantrip would still be on Urzak's shield.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, that's what he's like. He's like saying, hey, we are, essentially, we are of you. We're one of you. We're trying to carry on the legacy when you can't. That kind of thing. So, I mean, if it works, it works. I mean, they're up next.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll end up, that's going to be, his turn. He's just, he's putting all of it in, throwing out a hope and a prayer, because he knows those other things we fought, the revenants, those were definitely something of an evil creation. These, he's not getting that vibe. He's thinking, hey, these are soldiers of Arkenvost. We're supposed to be here as friends, as an ally, hopefully. So he's just throwing out a Hail Mary.
Absolutely. That's it for your turn. Next up, we've got the Phantom Warriors, the one that Urzak had attacked previously. Unfortunately, it does move to strike. I am going to allow you, Cog, to make an insight check as this creature does attack Urzak. Or an Arcana check actually would work too.
20. I mean, I'll do an Arcana if you want, but an insight was 20.
Give me an Arcana check too.
17.
Nice. Okay, so this is what you're getting. At first, you're like really disappointed because you felt like you gave it your all and made this great plea, which possibly could have swayed some things. These creatures didn't even seem to notice your words, or if they did notice them, they didn't seem to react to them in any way. As this creature does strike at Urzak, they rolled a 10 and a 20. Does a 20 hit Urzak?
20 just hits, yes.
Okay, so as it does hit Urzak, you're starting to think back about things that you've read in the Conclave about... Because you first got the idea, I think there might have been a trap over there, which caused the doors to open and the wall to pop up. And then you start thinking about it. If the doors and walls reacted because of a trap, and these things came out and started attacking, chances are this is some type of magical attack, a magical trap, and these creatures that are attacking you are doing so because they're tied to that trap. So making pleas and that sort of thing isn't going to work on them, simply because they are part of the overall mechanics of the spell that you triggered. That's the insight you get.
Worth a shot.
Yeah. No, great idea. The 20 does hit. Here's the damage. 4 points of force damage.
Ouch. Well, no point in raging.
That's going to be it for that dude's turn. I got one more of these spectral warriors. It's going to come swooping out, ending up next to you, Urzak. You're like surrounded by these things right now, as another one starts swinging at you. That's a 22 and a 19. Does the 19 hit?
No, it does not.
6 points of force damage.
I think she just joined us.
Hi, Natalie.
Natalie!
Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
6.
Yeah, 6 points of damage.
Ow.
So, Natalie, what's going on right now is you all are in the north side of the second floor. You had been walking down a hallway. Delphine went up to examine one of the doors and triggered a trap, apparently. You're all now locked in this hallway space. There's a wall blocking the hallway that leads south, and a bunch of ghost warriors popped up and started attacking. You are in the middle of the hallway, standing next to Cog, and the ghosts are swarmed around Urzak on the one side and locked in with Vide and Delphine on the other side through the door. It is now your turn.
Oh my god, what impeccable timing.
Yeah.
I guess since I missed most of the fight, is there anything I know? Like, is there any certain things that we've noticed hasn't worked on them versus things that work better?
And this is still the first round.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, persuasion, not an option.
Yeah, they're more of it's a magical thing soon.
Will somebody do me a favor and draw a 20-foot radius sphere? My computer's super laggy today.
Yeah, no worries. You're, why don't I just give you a radius sphere? Here we go.
Okay.
That's a 20-foot radius, by the way.
That's so big.
Yes, it is.
Can it somehow cover those 3 ghosts without hitting Urzak?
No, it can't. Not really. You're in a very narrow hallway.
So it'll hit Urzak no matter what?
Pretty
Okay.
much.
I lost me, I'm sorry. Let me finagle it.
What are you trying to do?
I don't know, what's the most that you can hit with it?
Like, are you trying to fireball in this hallway right now?
I'm not gonna fireball. I've learned my lesson. Can somebody just trust me?
So what are you trying to do?
I kinda would like to cast Synaptic Static.
Okay, pop up Synaptic Static for me. You did cast a 3rd level fireball on a bunch of spiders earlier, just so you know. Okay, so you choose a point within range and cause the psychic energy to explode there. So it's not physical damage, it's psychic damage. Each creature in a 20-foot radius sphere. So it's specifically each creature.
Please don't do this anywhere near me.
Yeah, I'm going to say to safely stay away from Urzak, you would only be able to hit 2 of them.
What about
Because
the
you
3
also-
on the other side?
The 3 on the
Pretty
other
better
side actually would be a lot easier to hit all 3 of them, and there's a lot more space there. You probably would have to scoot up closer to see the point that you to be able to hit all 3 of them without hitting anybody else, because it's a narrow door, and then there's Vide and Delphine in there in the way. So you're definitely going to want to scoot closer to be able to see it.
Okay, then I'll scoot a little bit closer, but just a little bit.
Okay, yeah, to right about there is fine, and you would be able to cast that and hit 3 of those that are still in the doorway.
Okay, well then let's plan on that plan of action.
Okay, that's going to hit those 3. I will go ahead and make intelligence saves. This is going to go well for him. That's a 10. That's a 7. That's an 11. All 3 failed.
So they take 26 psychic damage.
Take 26. So let me read this here.
Okay.
Each creature in the range makes a creature with intelligence 2 that can't be affected. Targets failed. After a failed save, a target has muddled thoughts for 1 minute. During that time, roll a d6 and subtract the number rolled from all of its attack rolls and ability checks, as well as its con saving throws to maintain concentration. The target can make an intelligence saving throw at the end of each of its turn, ending the effect. Okay, so first they're all going to take 26 points of damage. Ouch. As all of them screech out in pain, grabbing their heads and throwing their heads back in that silent scream face. I'm then going to put this little dot on each one of them to remind me that I got to roll a d6 and subtract that from all of their attack rolls and shit. Okay, that was some movement and your action. You got anything else you want to do?
I think that's good. I think we're good.
Okay, Delphine, you're up next.
I am going to cast Mel's Minute Meteors at level 4. So 8 little balls of fire will dance around me. Then I will use my bonus action. I clicked on it and I thought I'd do the spell card. It just did.
No worries.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to throw 2 of them. 1 here, so it'll hit these 3, and then 1 in this corner hitting those 2. So it is a DC 17 dex.
Each creature within 5 feet of it? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's make some dex saving throws. They're a little bit better at that. Two of them fail, 1 succeeds on the ones in the room to the left, the 2 to the right. Success, success. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Mm-hmm. 10 fire damage and 5 on a failure.
Yep, 5
or
on a success.
5
Correct.
on a success, 10 on a failure.
Okay. Let's see. 2 failed. The one right here in front of Vide fades away to nothing. He dead. The other two are managing to stay standing, but they don't look great. Over here, these two succeeded. Okay. You throw your two meteors, they explode in their areas. Little bits of rock and fire go flying everywhere. Good thing there's nothing flammable in this area other than those curtains. If your turn?
Yes. I have 6 meteors.
Okay, got a couple of these Phantom Warriors left. The one to the left here that just got hit by these meteors disappears. Just begins to fade away into nothingness. Not sure what happened to him. Okay. Next up, we got one more Phantom Warrior. That's the one in the back. It's going to move forward towards you, Vide, and attack. Of course, I got to roll a d6 first. That's going to be a -2 to this hit. Nat 1 for a 6 -2 is 4. That definitely misses. 19 -2 is 17. Does a 17 hit?
Yeah, it just hits.
Just hits. 11 points of force damage. That's it for his turn. Last Phantom Warrior is the one next to Delphine. It's going to be making its 2 attacks at you, Delphine. First, I got to roll a d6. Oof, 6. That sucks. 17 -6 is 11. 24 -6, I think is still not going to hit you.
18.
That's 18, yeah.
Shield. No, it won't hit.
You throw up your shield and it blocks it. You're able to withstand the hit. That is the end of our first round, and since it's 8:47, I think now is an excellent time to pause and go on break. So we will be back in about 10 minutes, folks, and when we return, we're going to get into this combat once again. So stay tuned. Howdy, everybody. We are back. And when we last left off, we were fighting a bunch of ghosts that apparently are connected to a trap our heroes triggered. So that's fun. We're starting things off at the top of turn order with Vide. Vide, you got one of those ghosts right in front of you. What are you doing?
I'm gonna smack him with my sword. 16 to hit.
16 does hit. Oh, that reminds me, they're supposed to make saves at the end of their turns. I forgot to do that. 16 is, 16 just hits.
Okay, 5 damage.
Let me do these intelligence saves real quick. One succeeded, one failed. So I'm going to say the one you're fighting currently is the one that succeeded, because it's the top one. 5 points of slashing damage. Got it.
Okay, and I'm going to smack him again. 15 to hit?
15 just misses.
Okay, then that's it.
That's it for Vide's turn. Urzak, you're up next.
Hey, I'm a little surrounded, and that's not cool for me. Where did my character sheet go? There it is. Do I have any area of effect stuff? Probably not. No, I'm very one-on-one.
Not yet. Paladins get some pretty wicked stuff at some point, but nothing at your level.
I think I attacked this guy on my right here last time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna just keep wailing on him.
Fair enough.
Okay, yep. Wee. That's a 13.
13 misses.
Try again. A 19.
19 does hit.
Okay, I'm gonna do a second level smite on this because I need to recoup some damage here. So this will be 4d8 plus 5. 24 damage.
24 points of damage. Nice. You slam your battle axe into the spectral creature, and it explodes with holy light. Does quite a bit of damage, but it is still up.
All right, that is my turn.
Next up, we got the Spectral Warriors. The first one is the one fighting Vide. It's going to be taking its attacks at you. Here's the first one. That's an 11. That's a miss. Second one's a 22. That's a hit. 4 points of force damage, Vide.
Ouch.
It's going to stay where it is. Next off is the Phantom Warrior behind you, Urzak. It's going to be getting a +1 to this attack since it's pincering you. That's a nat 20 for a 25.
Oh, it's armor.
It's okay, I'm immune to crits.
That's true, you are. So we are just going to do a regular attack. 9 points of force damage.
Ouch.
This is its second attack. Nat 1 for a 6.
Wow, that guy doesn't know how to not crit.
I'm just going the full range of the spectrum here. You know, gotta love that. That's it for his turn. Next up, we got Corwan.
It's a little dejected that his kind of like plea to them didn't work. He's kind of understanding that they're undead, they do serve this thing, but they're kind of locked in. They don't really have a choice in this matter. He's just going to kind of start walking towards Urzak because he's not going to leave him alone. Kind of muttering almost like his own version of like 23 is like, you know, I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, but he's doing it towards his goddess, and he's going to just toss up some spirit guardians as he gets close to him.
As I walk through the valley where I read my books.
I was thinking, I was like, you know what, I really should just and this will end up being, I guess, the damage they'll take when it comes their turn. I guess because it's got to be their turn, right? It doesn't.
Correct.
So it will end up being 21 radiant, but yeah, he's gonna kind of walk right up into it,
Is
not
that
leaving
a
Urzak.
10-foot radius?
15.
15, thank you.
And so he's gonna give them another target to swing at if they get close to it. But yeah, he's giving them something to think about. But as he's kind of just chanting to himself, his little like prayer to Lady and Dollar.
I love that, Urzak. I've been spending most my life living in the Conclave paradise. Yep. Love it. Okay, that's it for Corwan's turn. Next up is one of the Phantom Warriors in that field. You bastard. So,
21 whiz, or 17 whiz for 21 radiant.
yeah, this is going to go well. That's a 3. That is a failure. 21 points of damage as it starts moving and lifts up its weapon to strike at Urzak. Suddenly, those radiant crows come flying around, slamming into him. Or ravens, I guess they are. doing 21 points of damage. Ouch. He dead. That's it for that guy's turn. Next up is the dude below Urzak. Here's another wisdom saving throw. That's a 2. Wow.
Found a save that they're not. Something in this place isn't good at.
Apparently. That guy is still up. And he's taking his attacks at Urzak. Or actually, no. Since you came up and this field just enveloped them, they're not... Well, actually, no. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it fair. Let's see if he's intelligent enough to tell that you cast a spell. Never mind. I'm doing the thing I was going to do at first. He's attacking Urzak. 18 to hit.
Bud.
Miss.
20 to hit.
Just hits.
6 points of force damage.
Owie.
He's trying to give him something else to hit.
Yeah. But they're not that bright.
I'm okay. I'm doing just fine. I still have more hit points than you.
Next up, Danika.
Danika is gonna keep this turn simple. And she's gonna move a little closer, and then the one that is like right next to Cog, like the closest one to Danika, she's going to viciously mock.
Which one?
The one that's like closest to her.
Okay, this one over here.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
And then
What's it rolling?
I'm gonna roll it right now.
Another wisdom saving throw. That's great. 6, failure. Taking the 3 points of psychic damage.
Yes. And then that'll be it for her turn.
Yeah, it's also going to have disadvantage on its next attack.
Perfect.
Delphine, you're up next.
I'm going to use my action to Green Flame Blade, the guy in front of me. 28 to hit.
Yeah, 28 is going to hit.
He is going to take 17 points of piercing / fire, which is magical, and 7 fire to that guy.
Okay. 17 points to him, and that's definitely going to take that guy out. You stab with your blade wreathed in that green flame. It goes right through his heart. He cries out as his spectral body begins to dissolve. That flame leaps over to his companion, catching him on fire. He flails about, caught by these green flames. But as the flames die out, he is still standing.
Then I'm going for my second attack. Just stab him with my rapier, which is not magical. 17 to hit.
Okay. 17 is going to hit.
8 pierce.
So you stab at it with that blade of yours, which is not magical. It seems to be pretty ethereal. Like you feel a little bit of resistance as you're cutting through, but not nearly as much as you think it should. But at the same time, as you pull your blade back again, he cries out in pain and drops down. He is dead. But you do get the sense they are resistant to regular attacks.
How is Urzak looking?
I'm a little hurt.
Like a hunky man. Oh, you meant health-wise, guy.
I mean, yes. I want to do a thing, but Cog got in the way. Because my meteors are does burst damage, and I can't go after them unless
We can hit this one.
Feel fire, not without hitting you.
Oh well.
But then I still want to be able to get that one.
That's fair. Just push Cog out of the way.
I'm gonna. I'll lob 2 meteors right here.
Okay.
I can catch. So it's a dexterity save.
Yep.
I can catch.
I'll be fine.
It's only 2 fire.
Hey,
I rolled 2 ones.
is Cog a joke to you? He's a cleric. Let him do the healing.
Yeah, but
That's his
I-
whole fucking reason for being.
I can also heal the damage that I'm dealing to Urzak.
I got it in that one. Ow.
It's only 2 fire damage.
Yeah, so
I'm
you're going to
dead.
take 4 points of fire damage.
I'm down. got me.
Urzak collapses, like just drops to the ground. Ah!
Close his eyes, but one peek's open. Look over at Delphine, just kind of like giving her the stink eye for setting him on fire.
We need to have a team chat about all this fire going on.
There's been a lot of
You're gonna have
fire.
to make another dex save for the second one.
Yeah.
Do
Urzak.
I need to roll damage twice?
Technically, yeah.
I should read my spell. The second one is 6 damage.
Oops. I was not paying attention. I thought we were done with this. 12.
So yeah,
you
you
take
failed
8
both
damage.
times.
Oops. Okay, now I'm hurt.
Urzak standing there as the dust settles is slightly scorched.
Ow.
Is that for your turn, Delphine?
I'm gonna move.
Okay, where are you going to move?
Right here. And that'll be my turn.
Okay.
I have 4 meteors left.
Next up, Delphine. You're standing there in the... Or not Delphine, Danika. You're standing there... Or actually, yeah, you are there too, Delphine. Both of you. The 2 of you are standing in the middle of the hallway. And as you're standing there, you see from behind Danika, one of those ghosts materializes once again.
Oh, there he is. I was wondering where that guy went.
He is going to be making 2 attacks on Danika. He rolled an 8 and a 12. Jesus.
Oh no! And he just misses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Materializes behind you, whiffs twice, and then he just looks down at his sword like it's shocked.
Gosh, can't even do their nightly duties in death, right? No.
It stayed in the ethereal plane.
Hmm. It did. The sword stayed in the ethereal plane for a minute. You could say he missed. Jesus. Well played.
Okay.
That's it for that
Okay.
guy's turn. That was useless. That guy's dead. That guy's dead. V, top of turn order.
Is this guy still alive or no?
Nope.
Okay, well then I'm gonna come over. Oh, actually, no. I'm just gonna turn around and grab my whip and I'm gonna whip him. 21 to hit,
Oh, yeah, that hits.
5 damage.
5 points of damage.
And I'm pretty sure my whip is magical.
It is magical. You strike out with the whip, hitting the creature that's right behind Danika. Does take the full damage.
Good. I'm gonna whip him again. 17 to hit.
17 also hits.
8 damages.
8 more points of damage. He is still up, but he is looking hurt.
Whip it good.
I'm trying.
Do you know they're going on tour with My Chemical Romance?
That's amazing. Oh my god, I want to see that show.
I looked into like buying tickets for it, but it was like $400.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ticketmaster. Anyway,
is that for your turn, Vide?
Yes, it is.
Urzak, you're up
Hey,
next.
Hey guy, can you take out the can you attack the one between us? Pretty please.
yeah. Here we go. D for attacking. I'm gonna do reckless attack since I got friends around.
Hey, why not?
On the one on my left. 24.
24 hits.
Do 8 slashing damage.
8 points of slashing damage.
Another attack at advantage. 28.
Also hits.
We'll throw a first level smite on there for funsies. 3. Plus 5 is 11 damage.
11 more points with the radiant damage. He is still up, but he is looking hurt.
Action surge. Just kidding, I don't have that. That's my turn.
Yeah. Action surge. You wish. Go take 3 levels of fighter.
In another life.
That's
Or
the
2
new
levels.
Spear Guardian damage for the guys coming up.
Fair enough. Yeah. He will need to make that roll first. Let's go ahead and do that. 15, close, but still does not make it. Is hit with 18 points of radiant damage. Is still up. Let's do an intelligence check on him. Not good enough. Going after the big guy.
Okay. Tried.
7 misses, 6 misses. I can't roll for shit today anyway. Except for the occasional crit. Corwan, you're up.
Since I got 2 of them right here, kind of in range, because it is. Oh, actually, it's just within range. I thought. It's 5 feet. So I'm gonna do. I'll do another word of radiance, trying to con save for
So
both
is
of them.
that-
17.
Each creature of your choice that you can see within range. Yeah, so it's just the 2 of them.
Let's see if we can't put another 6 on both of them.
Con saves. This is something they're actually good at. Amazing. 14's a failure, 18's a success.
So one of them will take it, the other one doesn't.
The one that takes it is the one to your north, and 6 points is enough to take that guy out. He's hit with your just a flare of radiant energy, and just crumples back, dissolving into mist.
And then for now, we'll just toss out a level 1 heal for Urzak.
Oh, thanks.
That's going to be 7, but you'll also get, it's 2 plus the spell's level, so another 3.
10.
So you get 10 total.
That's better.
And that will be his turn. He's gonna stay there, and hopefully this thing finally fucking swings at him when it comes to its turn. If not, maybe it just keeps hitting Urzak.
Okay. After that is one of the spectral warriors, the only spectral warrior that's still alive, Phantom Warrior, I meant to say.
Oh, there's 2.
Oh yeah, there's 2 left. There's
There's
one
2.
over here. Yeah, there's one of the 2 left. I apologize. Anyway, it's gonna be let's see. How smart is it?
Oh, it's got a.
Oh, very smart.
Before it does that, it's got to do a 17 whiz for the Spear Guardian damage.
That is a failure.
So that was 18.
Okay, is still up and was smart enough to realize that you're the one holding the spell. So it's going to take 2 attacks on you.
Bring it.
17 to hit.
Nope.
And a 9. That's a miss.
Nopey. Nope. Still sitting there just chanting to himself as they're just floating around him.
Yep.
Like to think maybe they are kind of helping like keep the sword at bay for him. Just, visually it kind of seems like it'd be kind of cool.
Okay. Next up, we've got Danika. You got one of these phantom warriors on your back, Danika. What are you doing?
I guess Danika's gonna stab it with her rapier. Oops. I guess a 23 to hit.
23 does hit.
For 12 piercing.
You stab at it with your rapier, and it does feel like it kind of connects, but not nearly as successfully as you were hoping for. It does seem to resist your attack, so it's only going to take half damage.
That's okay. It just needed to do a little something.
Absolutely. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, that's gonna be it.
Delphine, you're next.
I'm gonna take a step up and green flame blade this guy. Normal, not green. For a 28 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
So he's gonna take 14 damage.
14 points of damage. You strike at it. It does take the hit. Still up, though.
Okay. Okay. Let's just start with 1. I'm gonna throw 1 meteor here. So I need a dex save from Urzak and that guy.
Oh, wait. I have advantage on this.
17.
Why do you have
Yes,
advantage
I-
on this?
Hang on. I will
Danger
show
sense.
you.
Oh,
A
danger.
danger sense.
Barbarian.
I have advantage on dex saving throws against effects that I can see while not blinded, deafened, or incapacitated.
There you go.
So I'll roll that again. That's not much better.
Yeah, that is a failure.
8.
Mine's a success.
Well,
So 8 points of damage to you, Urzak. 4 points of damage to the spectral guy. But he only had 2 hit points. So the fire from your meteor exploding just burns away what little of this misty incorporeal form that it was holding together, and it is gone. Is that it for your
Yeah,
turn?
I'm just gonna do the 1 meteor because no matter where I put the next one, it'll hit
Fair enough.
even more people.
Next up is that Phantom Warrior. He saw you throw that fireball. I'm gonna have him take a couple swings at you. 6 is another failure. God damn. 21.
Shield.
You throw up another shield, getting low on the first level spells, and that you are able to deflect it. Top of the turn order, Vide, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna whip him again. I'm assuming 25 hits for 6 damage.
Yes. Still holding on.
Does 10 do it?
Whip-
Like
whip
10
him into
damage.
shape.
I rolled a 20,
Mm-hmm.
but it's 10 damage. Does 10 damage kill him?
10 damage does kill him. Tell us how this
Yeah.
looks.
I mean, I just feel like it just goes through him and he just poofs into whatever a ghostly thing poofs into when it dies.
Indeed, it does. And with that, the spectral warriors are no more. You now stand in an empty, other than the 5 of you, hallway. The doors on either side of the hallway are opened, but that wall blocking the hallway to your south is still there. What are you wanting to do?
First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk over to Urzak and kind of brush off some of the singed pieces of his clothing. Her hair will glow a little bit, and so will under her shirt where that medallion is. And I'm gonna use my free cast of Cure Wounds.
Fair enough.
Where's my Cure Wounds? It's 11 healing. It doesn't quite heal up everything I did. Sorry.
It's all right.
I thought you could dodge just a little better.
Yeah, well, me too.
Are these 2 rooms are still open?
The rooms themselves are still open, and you can see there's quite a bit of debris in either of them.
And the slab in the hallway, did that go up, or do we have to
It
figure
is
out
still down. Yeah, it is still there. You cannot see past it. It's just a wall blocking what used to be the hallway to the south.
Alright, well, I'll have to find that mechanism. I suppose, yeah, Cog would kind of go in here. I guess the Spear Guardians would end up dropping.
Mm-hmm.
But he just kind of like walked by and he's like, shake it off, big guy. Tap Urzak. He's like, I need that shield.
What? Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, they would start checking out this room.
Okay, so the room that you're entering is littered with the wreckage of ancient bunk beds. 5 dirt cake windows allow precious little light to enter, and between them are 4 empty armor stands. Empty torch sconces line the walls.
And there's no skeletons or any kind of bones like left scattered around in here for those warriors.
Make a investigation check.
That is a 16.
You examine the bunk beds, looking underneath them and everything. You do not find any bones whatsoever.
Were there any, like, on the armor stands, are there, like, nameplates? Or anything like that for who they might have belonged to?
Nothing that the module says, so no.
Okay. It would have been something he would have, like, tried to find their graves outside or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Say a prayer over them if they got a chance. If there's nothing we find of importance in there, you kind of check out the other one, see if it's the same way.
Okay. Moving over to the next
I'll
room.
help you, giving you advantage.
Tattered and faded drapes cover the windows in the circular room, and empty torch sconces line the walls. Broken bunk beds and armor stands are strewn on the floor.
And he'd do the same thing, kind of check for bones, check for any kind of information in here, really anything he can find. 22.
With your 22, as you all begin searching this room, You do find something. Buried under the wreckage is a small wooden coffer. You pull it out and examine it. It's not locked. It just has one of those flappy little padlock holders there. What do you do?
I think just he would kind of think, I think we found enough of the traps in here, and he'd open it up. He wouldn't. He's gonna take the risk. He's gonna open it.
Okay. You lift the flap on the padlock and slowly lift open the lid to the chest. As you're opening it, you find 4 glass vials of a silvery looking liquid. Let's see here. Yeah, it looks kind of silvery, like liquefied iron. And as it sloshes around in the vial, it seems syrupy, almost like honey or maple syrup.
Oh, where's Aiden?
He'd, I guess, I mean, if he doesn't know what they are, I mean, he'd ask, Delphine is like, do you know what these are?
I can take a look at. Can I make an Arcana check before I take the time to cast Identify on this?
If you want to, check. Trying to figure out what a potion is. Basically, according to the rule book, is you open it and take just a tiny sip and try to figure out what it is. You're going to make an Arcana check for this.
18.
It's actually it tastes similar. It's something that you have encountered before in the Twisting Spires back on Loropa. What you have here are 4 potions of invulnerability.
Oh. Here's what I'm envisioning. There's a bunch of enemies. Urzak picks up Cog, he drinks the thing, and he just fastball specials Cog into it. We're going for a strike. And he's a one and only time he'll allow you to throw him.
Very funny.
Delphine, potions of invulnerability. You would know that for 1 minute after you drink this potion, you have resistance to all damage.
Sweet. I can put that in the little party list.
Yeah.
I forgot to open it. I will go do that now.
I would assume that Vide, Urzak, and I would get one, and then Danika and Cog can fight over the 4th one.
I was just say, just put it in the. Unless you want them now, I just gotta put them in the party list. So it's up to you guys.
I'll take one.
You can put them in the party list.
I love potion of
You know what? I
invulnerability.
won't even take one. I won't.
Did you want one, Vide?
Sure, I'll hold on to one.
Alright, so I'll put 2 in the party list.
Is there an easy way to put it on my list, Matt?
Yes, you type the word into your inventory. And there's a handout in your magic items.
Danica's gonna peek out the window and see if she sees Rictavio or anything of notice.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
A 21.
You go over to the window and peek out. It is dark. The light from the shield and the sword gives a little bit of illumination outside, but not a lot. You can basically make out the silhouettes, the outlines of the wagons, and you're looking around, looking for any sign of Esmeralda. After a few moments, you see a small flare of an orangish color a light flare up in the darkness near one of the wagons, the larger of the two. You can't make out more than that, but it looks like somebody is down there smoking on a pipe, and what you're seeing is the ember, the light of the ember glowing down there.
Okay. She's just checking.
Yep. So
There's somebody down there, though?
somebody's definitely down there. You can assume it's her if you want to.
Okay.
I definitely assumed.
Cog would be like, we need to find a way to get that slab up. There's got to be some kind of a latch or a mechanism, something.
Well,
I'll take a look in the hallway. I will check for any levers or anything in the
Is
hallway.
this a door
open up that
or?
fob.
No, those are all windows.
Okay, all right.
As you step out into the hallway again, intending to look around, the hallway is clear. The wall is gone. Now, you've spent about 30 or so minutes between these two rooms, searching the two of them.
Maybe it was a timed thing. Huh. Alright. Either someone's here, or maybe the spell that had the wall there ended.
Well,
That's
let's
not
use
my
it to our
area
advantage
of
and get out of here.
expertise. Yeah.
Once we're on the other side, I'll take a look. And I will do just that once everybody is through the hallway. I'll see if I can find out what's up with that.
Okay. You all make your way back down the hallway once again, heading towards the balcony. What are you trying to do, Delphine?
Figure out like what triggered the wall to go up, I guess. If I can find anything.
Okay, so you're just doing a search. Give me an investigation check.
13.
You examine the area, looking for any sign of mechanisms or anything like that, but as you search, you can't even find, like, where the wall slid up. As you examine the ceiling, like, there's no seams, there's no nothing. Nothing that indicates a wall sliding down or anything like that. There are no grooves on the sides of the hallways or anything like that that you're able to find. Unfortunately, you're not able to ascertain the mechanism that the wall uses.
It must be something like heavily complex that would take a lot more time than what we have to figure out what happened to that wall. Maybe when we find what we're looking for, I can come back and spend a little bit more time studying it.
You all make your way past the door that Delphine had closed after hearing that hissing wind sound in the previous room, and you all make your way back to the balcony. Where are you going from here?
Up the stairs.
The stairs, yeah.
Yeah, it's, I mean, either side.
Okay. Do me a favor, move all your tokens over to the stairs so I can grab you easily. I don't know what's going on. Sorry about that, folks. Bear with me a moment. Reloading roll 20. Wait for it to load. Let's see if this is going to work now. Okay, there we go. Okay.
Oh, there we are.
My apologies. Okay. You all begin making your way up the spiraling staircase that you found at the end of the balcony. It goes up for about 20 or so feet before leveling off to display a tattered black curtain blocking an arched door.
Somebody want to check it out?
I will. You want me to check it for traps, or do you want me to just
Well,
pull it
I
aside?
suppose, yeah.
23 to check it for trap?
You examine the curtain. It's a curtain. You don't see any wires or anything like that. It doesn't appear to be trapped that you can see.
I will pull it aside and step through.
Okay. As you pull the curtain past or pull the curtain and step past it, what you see is a hallway with a lot of rubble. You look up, and the ceiling above you has collapsed inward, leaving a very large hole right in the center of the hallway. The roof over this part of the mansion has collapsed, creating a 20-foot diameter gaping hole with broken rafters bisected. As you look up, you can see dark storm clouds roll across the sky overhead. The floor is piled with rocks, broken tiles, shattered beams, and other debris. Beneath the rubble lies a sagging floor and puddles of rainwater. On your left-hand side, there are 2 doors leading to the north. And about halfway down this hallway, it seems to open up to where most of the ceiling has collapsed inward. What would you like to do?
I would like to keep checking for traps, specifically on doors, but seems like I triggered that last trap before I looked at the door, so we're just in general.
Just in general, as you're walking, you're looking for traps. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
$25.
You examine the ground as you're walking, looking for any signs of traps. Fortunately, as you move, nothing stands out. Seems to be clear.
I also have a passive investigation of 19, if that matters.
Okay. Well, the floor around you does not look to be trapped. You kind of guess that with all the rubble, if it were trapped, that rubble probably might have tripped it.
Right.
There are 2 doors, like I said, on the northern side of this hallway. If you're wanting to investigate that for traps, go ahead and give me another investigation check.
21.
You walk over to the first door and examine it. It is a wooden set of double doors with iron fittings. As you examine it, you do not see any traps. It is, however, locked.
Danika, do you want to try and unlock this door for us?
Danika will definitely go and try to unlock the door. Is that, I mean, just forgive me, is it sleight of hand? No.
It's a thievery check. Or sleight of hand. Yeah, it is sleight of hand. I'm thinking freaking Pathfinder.
She did 18.
18. You select a new pick since your last one broke and begin wiggling it around, working at the lock. After a few moments, it does click, and you are able to unlock it.
Danika slowly pushes open the door to peek inside.
Sounds like you're trying to do this a little bit quiet if you're pushing the door open and peeking. So give me a stealth check.
Sure. At 27?
27. Pretty good. You open the door and begin to look through it. As you do, what you're able to see is a dark room covered in dust and cobwebs. You have dark vision, so you can see faded war banners adorning the walls of a spacious chamber, in the center of which stands a heavy wooden table. An iron chandelier hangs above that table, which is surrounded by 6 high-backed chairs with wood-carved dragons perched atop them. Slumped in these chairs are skeletal human remains in tattered chainmail.
I will shut the door slightly and I'll pass it along to everybody.
Good find.
So are we going in?
Why would we do that? I mean,
Why wouldn't we go in? I mean, it's an adventure, right?
yes, but everything we know about this place means that that's just skeletons that are gonna get up and try to attack us, right? Like we've seen this movie before.
But
Almost every day of our lives here.
what if there's something important in the room?
Shit, you're right.
Danika gets ready to cast Fireball. I'm kidding.
It's like racing.
So what are you doing?
I mean, I could. Am I stealthy? Probably not. It's not terrible.
I was like, do you want me to stealth inside?
But I could try and like sneakily cast vitriolic spear in there,
What does that do?
but it does 10d4 poison. We have to take the risk that they're not immune. How many were there?
Said 6, right? Natalie?
Yeah, I believe so.
Me. Okay, that only does 5. I was looking at Steel Wind Strike. I mean, but that's if there are skeletons that are going to attack.
That's true.
I agree with Urzak that there's a good chance that they will, but we do also need to get in there without destroying the room, because we are looking for some kind of weapon, a sword probably.
Well, I guess Danika is going to stealthily sneak into the room. Stealthily.
Okay, so you're going to be opening the door and sneaking through it. Give me another stealth check.
20.
Okay, you very quietly open the door and move through it. Close. Are you leaving the door open behind you?
I am. I'm gonna leave it slightly ajar.
Okay. As you move closer into the room, you can see that there is a total of 5 corpses on the table, just lying there. You seem to be sitting in the chairs, just slumped over on the table. The rest of the room is as I described it. War banners adorning the walls, the big table, that sort of thing. You can see a set of double doors at the far end over here, and a single door on the right-hand side on the eastern wall. There is a very large fireplace to the western side of the room, not lit, obviously. The corpses on the table do not move or react in any way.
Well, I'm gonna... I guess... Is anybody following, or am I just peeking through? I guess I'll get close to the... I guess, is this the closest door? Right here? Is this even a door? Am I just losing it?
What? This is not a door. That's the fireplace. The doors are
Okay.
up here.
Oh, well, I guess Danika's going to slowly sneak through the room.
Give me one more stealth check.
Oh, shit. Taki mushrooms. Let's see. Let me go slowly. Don't be bad. 25.
25. Very quietly, you're moving around this room. Nothing reacts as you're moving. You make your way over to the double doors.
Danika is going to do her best to check for traps and see if the door is locked or unlocked.
Give me an investigation check.
No, I'm not good at that. But I'll try. An 18!
An 18, you look over the door, you examine it quite thoroughly. It does not seem to be trapped in any way. It's also doesn't look to be locked.
Okay, I guess she will slowly open the door to peek inside.
Are you maintaining your stealth?
I'm sure gonna try.
Okay, then try it. Make another stealth check as you open this door.
A 14?
14. You open the door, but as you do, the hinges are old and rusted, and they do make a very loud creak as you're opening the door. You kind of wince at this, and as you're peeking through, and you can see through the door, through your dark vision, that the room is a circular room with 5 cracked windows. You can't see much, but there's a large dust-covered bed in the center of the room. Its posts are topped with wood-carved dragons. 2 large animals flank the double doors. On either side, one is a brown bear standing on its hind legs and its claws outstretched. The other is a dire wolf, its face frozen in an evil snarl. Near the wolf, you can see what appears to be a chest. And
Okay.
As you're looking through this, you hear a voice behind you. The voice is more of a gravelly groan than anything else, but you can hear clear words. The voice growls as it says, "Why do you, the living, disturb the dead? What do we have here? A common thief?" You turn back and you see that the 5 corpses that were slumped across the table have risen up and are sitting up and all turned facing your direction.
Poor Danika. She's go on, I'm sorry.
One sec. Urzak, you are standing by the door. You've been peeking through it this whole time. What's your passive perception?
Oh, nah.
Or actually, you're
Fantastic.
active. You're active. So give me an active perception check.
Okay. That's probably going to be... says a 50% chance of just being worse. Yeah, that was 6.
Cog's passive would be 15 if he's just kind of hearing at the door but not looking in.
Yeah. Cog, you would just hear like some gravelly sort of something. But you're not quite sure what you made out. Urzak hasn't heard anything. With your dark vision, you would have seen the figures rise up. Like they're slumped over the table. They suddenly move upward and then all turn to face Danika.
Picks up his axe, goes, "Yep, called it." Weapons hot, everybody.
You whisper this to everyone else. Give me a stealth check.
15.
Okay, good to know. Danika, how do you react to what these things have said to you?
Danika clams up a little bit, and she's like, "Oh, you guys are you sure you're undead? Because I think I'm hearing things. And then she's gonna kind of like try to like scoot her way slowly, like well, I guess she'll go closer to like this way.
As you're moving, the one who spoke stands up and looks at you. No answer. So, you are a thief in the night after all, aren't you?
Danika's like, well, I wouldn't say that. We're searching. We're looking to see if we can find anything here. To help us in our journey to, I guess, defeat Strahd.
Make for me a persuasion check. Urzak, you're hearing Danika like saying something, but not the easiest thing in the world to hear.
I critted with a 33.
Before we get to that,
Okay.
before you hear what Danika is saying, you've seen this guy stand up. How would you naturally react?
I don't hear what Danika says, so I'm gonna take a step forward into the door.
Okay, you push the door open as you're saying this, as Danika is saying these words. Is everybody else following?
Oh, yeah.
I think, obviously defensively, Urzak would just kind of lead with the shield out front. So that'd be like the first thing that they see.
Mm-hmm. As you say this, Danika.
I'll move over for Vide.
You're saying this, Danika, as your friends are filing in. The rest of the corpses that were seated turn to face your friends, and they all rise up, their hands on their weapon. The one that was talking to you, he's been standing this whole time. He looks at you and listens, and he says, "You say you're enemies of Strahd. Is that what you said?" He's saying that to you, Danika.
Danika is gonna, she's gonna glance over to see that everybody's in the room and, kind of calm down a little bit. And she's gonna, she's gonna go, yes, yeah, we are. That's why we're here looking around, exploring.
Your friends are bursting in. It looks like they're about to attack. But then the lead one, the one that was speaking to you, says, Wait! We are no enemies. Strahd's enemies. If you do not attack us, we will not attack you. But if this is bloodshed you're looking for, the only blood that will be spilt is yours. We have lost ours long ago. How do you react?
Danika's gonna, I guess anybody else who wants to react. Everybody can hear him clearly now, right?
Yes. Everyone's in the room. They can hear him clearly.
Okay, perfect.
Are they dressed as knights?
If looking them over, they definitely seem to be dressed as knights. All of them are wearing tattered and broken chainmail. They have shoulder pauldrons, greaves, bracers, that sort of thing. All of them have a long sword strapped to their side on their belt, which their hands are on, as they're eyeing you. They are definitely corpses. They appear to have been human at one point, but much of their flesh is either rotted or ripped away, exposing bone underneath. They still have their eyes, and their eyes are wide and examining all of you. What's that, Danika?
the guy that's standing up and like doing the talking,
Mm-hmm.
does he? I guess I know he's a corpse, so he probably doesn't look as fresh as he should. But does he look similar to that marble bust that I cracked last time?
Make a insight check.
It's an 8.
Yeah. Difficult to tell. What little is left of this individual's human form is so rotted and desiccated that there's no real way to tell.
That's okay. It was a good try.
We're not here. We're not here to shed blood or not blood. We're here actually looking for a weapon to defeat.
You cut out there a bit.
Sword of light.
Cog would be slowly making Danika. Just hands up, showing them he's not a threat.
Do you know of such a weapon
Give me a persuasion check, Delphine.
in this? Can we not and say
Oof.
6?
I mean, Cog would, like, as she's saying that, speak up. He's like, we were given a bit of, I guess you could call it a prophecy, that we would find such a weapon to help us take down Strahd. It's something we need vitally to do this. We only know it was stored in the House of the Silver Dragon. We have no desire to harm you or your compatriots.
You're saying this, Urzak, you have your shield with the Silver Dragon emblem on it. This lead corpse looks between Corwan, between Danika, and the rest. I want one more person to make me a persuasion check with advantage.
Obviously, the bard.
I'm gonna do it. Let's persuade. 32.
Jesus.
Try to crit again.
Advantage. Let's see if you crit again.
16.
32. For God's sake.
Danika just chimes in. Yep, what he said.
I like you. She's funny.
I know of a blade of light. It is the blade that my commander carries. My master, Sir Vladimir, once found a blade made of pure light. He has carried it since his death. But he will not give it up so easily. And that is where we are going to end things for this evening.
Sounds like a job for Danika.
Well done, everybody.
I don't want to fight another 4 revenants, so that's a good thing. Plus whatever this guy is.
Yeah, there's 5 of them in total.
Yeah, I get. So he's just a flavored token. Better, yeah.
Well, yeah. His token is definitely different than this, but yeah, 5 corpses. One of them speaking for the rest, and yeah. Good job, everybody. They didn't come out and kill you outright, so that's always good. Thank you to everyone who watched this evening. We very much appreciate you tuning in and hanging out with us. Come back in 2 weeks to find out if our heroes are able to finally find the Sword of Light that they've heard so much about. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. But going to have to wait a couple weeks. So we'll see you then. As always, I like to go around the table and have everybody tell us who they are and where we can find them on the internet. And Corwan, you're the one who did the recap, so why don't you go first?
Well, I have been Corwan Oliver Goodwood tonight. My name is Joe. You can find me at Blood from Stone on X. I am also, usually this past Monday we would have had our Aether Shanties, but some things came up, weren't able to do it. But in 2 weeks, that one's going to be fun too, because we are in the middle of a fight with a larger pirate force than our own.
Mm.
I'm not going to say it's going bad, because it's kind of, I think it's 50-50 at the moment. So we could all die, or we could all live. I don't think there's going to be an in-between. So come watch that one. It could be fun. You never know. And whatever we have to do to get this sword, maybe we die in this campaign too. So maybe you get 2 TPKs next week, and hell, maybe Matthew or Junior wants to kill everybody in the Tyranny of Dragons.
Yeah,
Maybe you
he's
get 3
definitely trying.
TPKs in 1 week.
Wouldn't
Could
that
be
be
fun. It's not like a lot of characters in one of the campaigns in a single night have not died before, because Matthew was one of them in one of his campaigns. So it's not unheard of. Come back in a couple weeks.
Heck yeah. Danika, you're up next.
Sorry, technical fall. Hi, my name's Natalie. You can find me here every 2 weeks on Curse of Strahd, playing the very persuasive Danika.
Right?
Perfect. That's it.
Delphine, you're next.
Hello, I'm Dyto. I will be back tomorrow night playing Venus in the Tyranny of Dragons, where, I mean, we might die. We did walk into a cave that is one way in, one way out. And then you can find me on Monday, where hopefully I'll be playing in Aethertech Wars, depending on how moving is going.
Heck yeah. Can't wait. Urzak, you're next.
Hey, I'm Marty. You can find me here every other week as Urzak on Sonnet of Blood. You can also find me over on the Bard Rock Network, where I'm on Bard Rock Cafe, Monster Cafe, College of Whispers, Wayfaring Strangers, Omens of Ruin. If there's a show on the network, I'm probably on it. Fucking whatever. Go check out my band, Winter Wayfarer. We just put out a new single, Doomed, wherever you stream your music.
It's awesome.
It's pretty good. I don't know. I like that song. When we play it, it's good. More soon? Question mark.
I can't wait. Definitely go check it out. It was really good. Vide, you're next.
I'm Brandie. I play Vide here every other Wednesday on Curse of Strahd. And the opposite Mondays, I play Mako on the Aethertech Wars. Otherwise, you can find me on the socials as at River Dragon 82, and that is River with a Y.
Right on.
That's about it.
Well, as always, I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and game master here on the Random Rhapsody Network. You can find me right here every Monday and Wednesday running crazy games for crazy people, having a blast doing it. It's always fun. Come back on Monday where I'm running another one. And so, on behalf of everyone here in Sonnet of Blood and everyone with the Random Rhapsody crew, I just want to say, thank you, folks. It's been a delight. So long. Good luck. And until next time, may you live,
live
Live
until
and
you
until you
die.
die.
Good night, everybody.